People deluded, I'm back again. West Bromwich Albion 2, Arsenal 1. Arsenal 1, West Bromwich Albion's under 18's 2. It's sad, we're out of the FA Youth Cup. Well, if you didn't know, we played on Saturday, the same time as the first team. Well, not exactly the same time, but the same day as the first team were at Huddersfield. And for me, you lot know, obviously, I love to talk about tactics and Arsenal and just football in general, but I love youth, and why wouldn't I love the youth at my club? I want to see them all make it, whether they can make it here or elsewhere remains to be seen and is beyond what I can predict, but I want to give them every chance. So, yeah. It's sad that we're out of this competition, considering that I believe a couple of good sides have come out. We got over Spurs. I'm so sure Chelsea in this. I'm so sure Chelsea, a side you'd expect to win it, are out of it as well. Forgive me if I'm wrong. City are still in it. You'd think we'd had a good chance of getting to the final and possibly going one better than last season. But this is what it's about. It's cup competition, and I know the player in the grand scheme of things. If some of these players progress to the level I believe and you lot believe they can get to, I don't want to say the under-18s cup competition won't mean anything, but you learn lessons that you might not necessarily learn. Pardon me, my nose is itchy. Necessarily learn within academy football on a full-time basis, just playing league in the league. West Brom have got a good academy historically, and now they've got. I've spoken about Morgan Rogers. We'll get onto him because he's shine. Tulloch, a player I like. Nathan Ferguson, the centre half. They've got some talent, and they have been having talents. They bring through. They have a good academy. Better yet. Going into the game now, I'd say the first 7 or probably the first 10 minutes went to West Brom. For me, they were sharper than us. We couldn't really get any meaningful play together. They had the lion's share of possession. They looked more at it. I was impressed with, I think his name's Jamie Solé. I can't say his name, the striker. Impressed with his movement. Rogers is getting in little pockets of play. Tulloch is kind of, I wouldn't say causing havoc is a rich one, but he's troubling us. I think West Brom started off stronger than us. They looked more hungry than us, and they went ahead within the first 7 minutes. And you can't say they didn't deserve it, in my opinion, people. It was from our own doing. For me, it all originates from a throw-in, and although I do think Mziza Bono or Gombo, I can't say his name, the centre half, Arsenal centre half, apologies. I think he's probably the one who probably stepped out of position, and the vacated space that when he missed time trying to get the ball, they exploited it. But it all originates from a throw in. We don't cover ourselves with any glory. I think Olayinka does poor there as well. Like I said, I wouldn't say it's a 50-50, but our centre half steps out to try and get it. He's 16 years of age. He's still technically a schoolboy, so he's still learning. They capitalise on the space he's left, and then in short they pull it in the back of the net within 7 minutes, and you're thinking we need to wake up. To be fair to us, I do think we woke up from that moment. You saw Ameachi and Saka starting to get involved. Balogun, who was a bit anonymous throughout the whole game for me, sadly he wasn't given much service. We're playing neat little 1-2s and things like that. 16th minute though, we're lucky not to go 2 down. Arguably, there was a lovely work set piece from West Bromwich Albion, and it went to the back post. Obviously, they couldn't capitalise on it. But other than that, I feel we're starting to grow into the game. I'm seeing Saka get into a lot of spaces in particular. And Ameachi, for me, looks like the one to make something happen, because he's twisting and turning. He's provoking people to try and challenge him. He just looked like he's going to make something happen. Very big fan of Amici's unorthodox dribbling style, man. You can tell he learned that in the cages, and I hope that's not coached out of him of sorts. But that's just, like I said, our wingers are having some space, but really and truly, we're not doing anything to really warrant getting ahead in this game. I wanted to see a bit more from our central midfielders, and I'm still giving it to West Brom, to be honest with you, because 20 minutes in, we're really struggling to have any real sustained possession beyond just the pockets of play and encouraging signs, getting in behind their fullbacks and things like that. I did feel Saka had so much space in that first half down his side. Their fullback wasn't trying to get tight, and I was thinking, obviously, it's different when you're playing, but I was thinking, can any of these players see it? Saka is probably quicker than his fullback, or if he's not, we'll give him a run for his money. So why don't we hit in behind? So yeah, I was looking at that. God, my nose is so itchy, people. Yeah, man, it took us about 27 minutes, in my opinion, to put our first bit of meaningful play together. Saka got in behind again and was able to earn a corner from his effort. But other than that, we're not really troubling them, and 31st minute, by then we're starting to get some play together, and we deserved our goal. Initially it's from a set piece. We put the set piece in, a bit of fortune the way it drops to Saka. I think Obongo done Ogombo, can't say his name, forgive me Mziz, but he's done very well to keep it alive. It's a bit of fortune how it kind of just cannons off him and falls into Saka's path, but who cares? It's 1-1. Saka makes no mistake, it's 1-1 at this moment in time. He reacts, it's 1-1. It's cup competition. We want to get to the final, and we're still in it at this moment in time. did feel we was unlucky not to have a penalty in the first half with Balogun as well. Ben Cotterill broke in the 32nd minute straight after we scored as well, and I think he could have done better with his decision making. I like Ben, and he's had a good season, but I did think he was quite anonymous in that game as well. But what can I say, man? Going into half-time, it's 1-1. We've got ourselves back in the game. It's been a slow start, but we're back in the game. West Brom are troubling. Like I said, Rodgers here and there is provoking good little parts of play. I'm liking the movement between their strikers. Their left-back in particular is playing some nice passes and showing the willingness to try and win the ball. And yeah, West Brom look up for it, man. So they're not... Even if they did lose today, I don't think they necessarily would have deserved to lose, or... They didn't. They looked like losing weren't an option for them. And to be fair, we woke up. Second half, though, I do think we started off the better of the sides. We were the better. Ameachi in particular. He's bombing down this right hand side and occasionally alternatively on the left hand side. But he's bombing down the flanks at will, man. He's just getting past his fullback. There was one incident in the second half. He escaped his fullback. He put a lovely ball in and Saka blazed over, unfortunately. But we're starting to look like we might get something out of this game, to be fair. Our midfielders are starting to play some nice passes. We're starting to finally keep some sustained possession and keep West Brom pinned in their own half, to be fair with you. And we're doing a good job of that. I can't remember when the second goal came, but I'd say arguably 20 minutes before the end. Now, again, you could say both centre-halves from Arsenal are out of position of sorts because they're both going to the ball, and you could say West Brom exploited the space they left. I feel McGuinness initially did very well to recover the ball. He's played it to Ameachi. Ameachi's lost out to the left-back, I believe. Rodgers has picked it up, evaded two of our players. He's played a lovely ball into... played a lovely pass with one of the West Bromwich Albion teammates. It's a lovely move. Eventually it falls over to the left hand side. Our right back isn't able to get across quick enough, and he smashes it past Okonkwo into the far post. It's 2-1 at this moment in time to West Brom, and like I said, it's the FA Youth Cup. It's a fantastic opportunity for them to progress to the next round, and from us, you want to see us pattern this up, man. I don't know why Vontae Daly-Campbell didn't play. Maybe he's injured, but you're thinking we need to get something out of the game. Greenwood and Tyrese John-Jules at different intervals came onto the pitch. It's nice to see Tyrese is back from his injury, but it was to no avail. We had some efforts. Ultimately, we didn't take advantage of them, and what can I say? I feel West Brom were deserved winners, man, because although we were good in patches, you could probably say we kind of shot ourselves in the foot this game. It is what it is, man. Like I said, credit to West Brom, credit to the players they had, to be fair with you. They did what they wanted to do, man. We had half chances. We just ultimately didn't take them in the second half, to be honest with you guys. Like I said, credit to West Brom, man. What can I say? It's disappointing we're out of the cup competition. A cup I wanted to see our boys win. I ain't seen us with it since 2009. But it is what it is, man. Nice, encouraging performance from Saka and in particular Ameachi, for me anyways. Nice to see Tyrese John-Jules is back from his injury. He was making progress, being on the bench in the Europa League, became first choice striker under 23s, and that's good for someone who's still technically eligible to play the season as a second year scholar with the under 18s. And yeah, man, he's back from his hamstring injury. They're the only positives. It is disappointing. I mean, yeah, man, it's disappointing because we could have started off the game better. We could have probably done better for both of the goals as well. Probably could have taken our chances better. So it's just one of them games. Ultimately, it's a learning curve. And what can we say? We go again next year. That's all we can say. I think the under-23s are still in cup competition, so we'll see what it is. But now at least the boys can just focus on the league and things like that and try to win it and whatnot. But for now anyways, like I said, people, Arsenal won, West Bromwich Albion's under 18s too. We're out of the FA Youth Cup. Yeah, man, I've enjoyed reviewing this game, as I do with many young players and young teams and stuff like that. Thank you for watching. If you've got any comments, comment. Do like the vid, subscribe, definitely share it. You know I'm the best at this. Deluded, I'm out, people. Thank you for watching and rocking.